Hello there everyone, and welcome to the Season 3 Frenzy Round. So this will be a separate video from the quarterfinals, but it will still show the same events from the quarterfinals. So these events that will come up in the Frenzy Round are gonna be the exact same in the quarterfinals. Speaking of the quarterfinals, the first event here in this Frenzy Round is Team Pursuit. Be the exact same in the quarterfinals. So now we'll have our Frenzy Round teams that will be showing up. Camel Hiders down to the Fudge Cakes here. See 4 brand new teams, and now we have our test run here, Axolotls and the Cat's Eyes. You might notice that Axolotls are a brand new team that's coming from IMM to be a test run team now for MMI, as we're gonna have 3 new test teams as well competing alongside the Cat's Eyes here. They're going to be showing themselves today in the friendly round as well. Looks like Axolotls are going to lose quite a lot of time to the Cat's Eyes here in this first matchup of Season 3, technically. As they're going to take a look at the replay to see what happens. Looks like actually Axolotls did have the lead early on in the course, but the Cat's Eyes, they overtook in the split section, and that led them to have a lead and the win. As you can take a look at the time here, there can be a lot of varied time series. So now we're going to move up into our first match, Snowy Wolves and the Thundering Tsunamis. Both of these two teams, Snowy Wolves, are in fact our host, and Thundering Tsunamis are brand new teams, so this should be an interesting matchup here today. And we are running. Thundering Tsunamis are currently behind at the moment, and it looks like that's going to stay that way, followed by 3 Snowy Wolves marbles that are also struggling. 1 Snowy Wolves marble are now at the back as we enter into the split. Snowy Wolves, they have 1 marble back behind, and that's how it's going to stay. Snowy Wolves will unfortunately lose this matchup against the Thundering Tsunamis, and the Thundering Tsunamis, they just won their first ever matchup as a newcomer here. It's going to be interesting to see what the times will be for both of these teams though. It looks like Thundering Tsunamis had a relatively good run though, and Snowy Wolves had a decent run by the looks of it at best. And yeah, that is the time, 16.55, that's actually really good. Both under 17 seconds, which I think is going to be quite a good time. But we're going to have to wait to see what the other heats will do. Golden Baguettes and the Smoothie Smashers are in this next heat. Smoothie Smashers are another brand new team. Golden Baguettes finished 3rd in the Season 2 A-League. See what they're made of. Looks like Smoothie Smashers are starting behind like the Thundering Tsunamis did last time out. Will they be able to overtake? Everyone takes the same side actually. Hurt Smoothie Smashers. No, they do manage to overtake a Golden Baguettes marble, and that is how it stays. Super close matchup though between the both of them, and that is going to result in a super close time between the two of them. Not sure if it's going to be faster than Heat 1 was, which was Thundering Tsunamis and Snowy Wolves, by the way. As we're going to take a look through these replays now. So look at how close it was between that last Golden Baguette marble and that last Smoothie Smashers marble, and that did make a difference. Both those times were slower than Heat 1. Unfortunately for both of those two teams, so now we're going to move up to Heat 3, which is going to be a very beautiful matchup by the looks of it. Team Oasis and the Snappy Crabs will be going up against each other, and they are rolling in the gates. Snappy Crabs, another one, are one of those newcomers. Let's see if they are also able to win their first match ever. They are currently losing quite badly to the Team Oasis, though. They have 3 marbles quite behind. They have to catch up a lot, and it looks like they will! Surprisingly, Snappy Crabs will catch up and get the victory over Team Oasis. These Season 3 expansion teams are doing amazingly in this first event, Team Pursuit. What will the times be for Snappy Crabs though? Looks like an excellent run from them. Let's see, would it be the same though for Team Oasis? That separation was quite big between the last marbles there. It will be under 17 seconds for both of them, but it currently puts the Snappy Crabs in 1st place. Team Oasis will currently be in 4th. As we now move into our final matchup, Camel Hiders and the Fudge Cake. As yes, we are already on to our final match here. It's gone quite fast so far. And Fudge Cakes are last of the brand new teams. but they are using the Snowy Wolf Season 2 uniforms, so let's see how they'll do. It's like they are currently behind at the moment. Camel Hiders, though, they now have one marble behind as they enter through the splits. Will that change any of the dynamics? Yes, it will! Camel Hiders are going to come away with a surprising victory here. All of the other Season 3 expansion teams won their first heat other than the Fudge Cakes. Fudge Cakes are going to be the only one to not win their heat here, though they are competing against the defending champions, so it's not surprising whatsoever that this is the team to win their heat. Camel Hiders looks like an excellent time for both of them, however. They looked quite good in the splits, both of them. And the Camel Hiders are going to get a sub-16 time. Holy! Camel Hiders. Excellent time. In fact, they're going to go top 2. Camel Hiders and Fudge Cakes. As we're going to take a look at our overall podium. Camel Hiders, Fudge Cakes, and Snappy Crabs actually gets the third. I didn't even notice that. As we're going to take a look at our overall results now for the first event. And of course, our overall results will be the same as the standings here. Camel Hiders will be getting 10, Fudge Cakes 8, Snappy Crabs 6, and then it will go 4 down to 0. As it looks quite interesting so far, a lot of the expansion teams are actually doing quite well there, as we now move into our next event, which is a semi-new event. It's a Ice Stash, which will also be using the IMR set which was present in Team Pursuit. So these sets are going to be brand new to these marbles, so let's see how they'll do. Of course, Ice Dash, there was Sprint last season, but it was a completely different formula. Let's see our test run, which does have the other two teams now, Rainbow Riders and the Stormclouds. Let's see how they'll do. But will be the Cat's Eyes getting the victory there. All of the captains competed in that heat, and the Cat's Eyes from the bottom lane there will be getting the victory over what looks like Axolotls there in second, and the Rainbow Riders in the third. Stormclouds looked like they had a terrible time there. So gonna take a look at, yeah, Cat's Eyes gonna have a 3.03 second time. Times can also be quite varied here in the Ice Dash. So let's see who will be competing here in our first matchup. Camel Hiders, Thundering Tsunamis, Snappy Crabs, and the Golden Baguettes. As can also see, members on the right side, Camouflage and Crab, are competing. Both of them are captains, so let's see how they'll do. And we are rooting against, is Crab out in front? And Crab is actually going to win for the Snappy Crabs here. Camouflage will be getting second, and it looks like Amphitrite got third by the looks of it for the Thundering Tsunamis. We'll have to double check for the replay though. But wow, look at Crab. Crab had an excellent time by the looks of it. And yeah, Amphitrite did get third for the Thundering Tsunamis. Golden Baguettes unfortunately do get fourth in the seats with Butter. But all those times are actually excellent compared to the test times. In fact, Snappy Crabs are going to get a sub 3 second as we're now going to move on to Heat 2. This is our final heat for the Ice Dash, Icy Concoction, Chocolate and Heat now rolling. And we are off in the gates, and it looks like it's Concoction out in front. The reserve member of the Smoothie Smashers will be winning this heat. All of the other members fell behind. Will be Smoothie Smashers getting their victory here. Looks like Icy also did quite well. Looks like both those times quite good. Might even land them on the overall podium. We'll have to see. And yes, it will. Smoothie Smashers will be going to second, so he was third. Fudge Cakes and Team Oasis, though, they'll be going to 7th and 8th. That's the poor time, as they're already gonna go to the overall podium for this event. This event was quite quick compared to Team Pursuit. Snappy Crabs will be getting the victory overall. Just like Crab had the best time with a 2.91 seconds. Though Concoction and Icy also got sub 3 seconds. Camouflage getting on the dot with 3 seconds. As you can see, look at the overall standings. Our Snappy Crabs hold the lead over the Camel Hiders and the Fudge Cakes, though there is a 3-way tie for 3rd place at the moment as we head into our next event, the Snow Drag. As we can see, Snow Drag looks similar to other versions of the next row we had in previous seasons, though it has slightly changed since last time. As you can take a look, there is a tape measure there, as these runs will be timed distance-wise. So you can take a look at our test run for Rainbow Riders down to the Stormclouds there, to see what they'll do. Looks quite a different version from the other versions of the track, as I previously said, especially compared to the IMM version, which is the most closest one to this version. It's like the Cat's Eyes are actually going to drop on through first, followed by the Stormclouds and then the Rainbow Riders. Cat's Eyes Looks like they're going to have an exit through here. Will the Axolotls be able to challenge them? No. The other 3 marbles all went to the far side there, and that allowed the Cat's to get an easy victory here. As we see in the replay, no one was really in the Cat's race. Same thing with the Storm Cows, really. So no one was able to mess up their runs. Rainbow Riders, though, I think Storm Cows was able to mess up their run. And same thing with the Axolotls there, with those 2 marbles being able to block them. As we're going to take a look at the distances, they will be measured in centimeters. Cat's Eyes will be getting the victory once again, followed by the Rainbow Riders, Axolotls, and the Storm Cows. As we're going to make a look at our first heat, we do have Fudge Cakes, Thundering Tsunamis, Smoothie Smashers, and Snappy Crabs here, Pudding, Poseidon, Combine, and Hermit. All of our Season 3 expansion teams all in one heat, and they are off. Who's going to be the first one to drop on through and make a distance? Looks like it will be the Thundering Tsunamis with Poseidon. Looks like it's going to be a relatively poor distance though. Looks like Pudding drops it through next, and they're going to have an excellent run by the looks of it. Combine drops it through next, and Hermit drops it through after. It's like, look at Pudding. Pudding had an excellent run here. And that's going to be a really good distance from them. As we're going to take a look through the rest of this replay here. Here comes the other members. Here comes Combine actually dropping on through. It's like they had a decent run too, actually going behind Pudding there. As Hermit is the last of the drop on through. Looks like they got the same around distance as Combine did of the Smoothie Smashers. No, for sure, as we take a look at the results. Pudding with a 36.6 time for the Fudge Cakes. Now, I mean, centimeters distance. They're going to get an easy best round here. As we're going to move on to Heat 2, Snowy Wolves, Snow, Seek, Bread, and Beach. Snowy Wolves, Camel Hiders, Go to Baguettes, and Team Oasis Seek. They're only reserve competing in this round by the looks of it. So we are running. Who's going to be the one to drop on through first? It looks like it's actually going to be Seek. Yes, it will be. Seek it will be dropping on through first. They're going to get a decent time. Here comes Snow. Going to beat them by the looks of it. And the other 2 marbles are dropping on through. Beach is the last one to drop on through. And oh, that's going to be a poor time from Beach. I mean, distance. But look at that. Seek really got out of the front first. And that's what I mean. Get it out in front first. Could guarantee you the best distance since you'll not be blocked by any marbles there. Look at that Go to Baguettes marble. They got blocked by the Camel Hiders marble. The example of what I mean by getting blocked by other marbles. And Team Oasis just really had a poor time there. That was Bread of the Go to Baguettes who got blocked behind. Look at that. All of the runs are actually slower than the previous heat. Which means the Fudge Cakes are going to win this event, followed by the Smoothie Smashers and Snappy Crabs. Here, as we're going to move on to the overall results, we'll see, even though it's quite obvious, it will be Fudge Cake, Smoothie Smashers, Snappy Crabs. Actually, Snowy Wolves still get in front of the Thundering Tsunamis, my bad. Camel Hiders will be getting 6. So you take a look at the overall results. Podium now, Snappy Crabs still holding a massive lead. They have podiumed every single event. It looks like they are the front runner to win this friendly round by the looks of it. Speaking of the friendly rounds, it's the final event for friendly round, which is the funnel obstacle maze. There was first seen in IMM, which had a lot of entertaining event races there. Would we see the same here for MMI? As we're gonna take a look at this track here, it's slightly different than the IMM version. As we take a look through the test run to show you what I mean. Axolotls, Cat's Eyes, Storm Clouds, and Rainbow Riders for the last time here in the friendly round. And actually, all these test runs will be the exact same in the qualifiers, so you get to see these exact test runs and test run times as well. It's like Rainbow Riders currently take the early lead here. See what I mean by slightly different? Those blockers in the obstacle sections, which are seen at IMM, has been removed due to them coming out of the track so often. It's like Axolotls are going to win this event for the test run, followed by the Cat's Eyes, and Rainbow Riders, followed by Storm Clouds. Look at that, also the change of scenery. The blue is at front, Ramino at the yellow and red section are at the bottom, Ramino at IMM. It was the other way around here. So you take a look through a replay. There could be a lot of overtaking in this event. That's what makes it so thrilling to commentate here. As you take a look through the last replays, look at that, Axel's Cat's Eyes almost actually made the move for the lead. I didn't even recognize that fact. But yeah, look at that, the times can also be very varied here. Here in the funnel obstacle maze, with Axolotl is getting a 23.17 second time, and the Stormclouds getting a 28-second time. As we now move into our first heat, Fudge Cakes, Smoothie Smashers, Snowy Wolves, and Camel Hiders with Fudge, Smoothie, Wolf, and Hyde, 3 captains, all in this heat, and Hyde being the only non-captain, and we are rolling. For the first heat of the photo obstacle maze, Hyde actually takes the early lead here in front of the 3 captains. Will they have to be able to overtake? Yes, they will. It will be Smoothie overtaking for the Smoothie Smashers. As he now heads into the third funnel here, and Fudge now takes over, followed by Smoothie and Snow here. As Hyde falls behind, but they catch up here in the final funnel with a huge lead by the looks of it over Smoothie and Fudge, and here comes Snowy Wolves member back behind in fourth. What happened in that heat to now Hyde the victory? They start out with the lead and they finish from the lead, despite not having the lead in the middle part of the race there. Looks like Smoothie and Fudge are going to get the top 2 in this round by the looks of it, but then Hyde comes out of nowhere and wins this heat in the final sector there. It's going to take a look at the times to determine. Look at that, Hyde, followed by Smoothie, Fudge, and that's actually Wolf there, not Snow, for the Snowy Wolves captain. That 23.14 second time for Hyde there. It's a good time as you now take a look at Heat 2, Oasis, Crustacean, Baguette, and Aquarius. 3 captains in this heat as well, and 1 reserve, which is Crustacean of the Snappy Crabs. We'll see if that helps them, just like Hyde, that helped Hyde with Camel Hiders. It's like Baguette currently takes the early lead in this one though. But Aquarius is making some moves, and they actually get stuck there for a little bit in that blue funnel before heading into the third funnel here. And now it is actually Crustacean who takes the early lead. Crustacean and Baguette are now battling up in front. There will be Baguette winning for the go to Baguettes here, followed by Crustacean, Poseidon, and look at that actually. Oasis gets stuck. Oasis gets stuck for Team Oasis. That's going to be guaranteed that that's for that marble, since no one else got stuck here on this track. Look at that, at the end of the course here, it looks like it was a battle between Crustacean and Baguette there for that overall winning group, and even one of them winning really. Let's take a look at replay. Baguette just had more of a better time in that last funnel than Crustacean, and allowed Baguette to get the final victory here. And that's actually going to put them into P1. Go to Baguette, win the final event of the frenzy round here. Snappy Crabs go to 5th actually, not 2nd. Thundering Tsunamis have a very poor time. Look at that. Go to Baguettes, win the final event, followed by the Camel Hiders and Smoothie Smashers. Get themselves a very nice bronze here. As you take a look at the overall results for funnel obstacle maze. As I was saying, Thundering Tsunamis go to 6th, Snowy Wolves 7th, and Team Oasis 8th. Look at that, 6 captains though in this heat. Let's take a look at the final standings actually. Snappy Crabs, they win the frenzy by 1 point over the Camel Hiders, and over 1 Camel Hiders get second over 1 point over the Smoothie Smashers. As we'll see you in the next event, which will be the Season 3 qualifiers, which receive the same 4 events, as we now have the final overall podium of the frenzy round, and we'll see you next time for the qualifiers. Goodbye.